Hello and welcome back to another session. Today I'm going to show you some engines I've converted. The first one is a rail car, ET87. This was a bit tricky to convert. As you can see here, it's sitting on my test track with the decoder wired in, but not the final wiring. I always like to test the working of the engine itself before fitting the body, etc. So here we have a little bit of close-up of the body itself, and here's the provisional setup of the decoder. The decoder itself will be in the middle section of this unit. I also managed to connect the auxiliary outputs of the decoder, so I can actually control the rear lights as well as the forward lights, and have them coming on white and red. So as you can see, it's the lights are there in one direction, and then in the next direction, there we go, it goes to red, and we have the white there. I may eventually actually get some figures and put them in the seats, although the windows are quite small. You're going to struggle to actually see them. The decoder I used for this was a Doller & Haas DH10C. It's a very, very flat decoder, which was ideal for this particular unit because there was very little space under the body. And here is that decoder. And you can see on the back it's got additional solder points for the auxiliary outputs to control other lights, which is what I did. So all in all, a very nice model. The one I've got here is very old, probably about 20 years old. And once I actually did the wiring properly, got the body on, here it is running on the layout. Nice and quiet and smooth. Now I only noticed actually when I was doing the conversion, there is a tiny hairline crack in the body. You can only actually see it when you're very close up to it. But as I said, apart from that, the model is in perfect condition. I think I will actually raise the pantographs on these and set them in the upright position. I've done that on a couple of my other locos, electric locos, and I do think it makes them look good when they're running on the layout. And that's this one. We'll be moving on to the and here it is, BR70. You've probably seen this running on my layout before I went digital. I had to find a very small decoder, as you see in the picture there. It's the Doller & Haas 05 decoder, extremely tiny. I've cut the white and the yellow cables. They are for the lights. This engine does have lights, little LED lights, but I will probably try and connect up. But the space is so small, I just thought I'd just get it running, and I'll worry about the lights at a future date. As you can see, the conversion was successful. There's a very smooth running little engine. I set the CV values on the decoder so that the maximum speed is quite low to keep it more realistic. And the final conversion that I did was this E42 from Brawa. Fairly standard conversion, again using a Dollar & Haas DH10C decoder. As I said before, they're very flat, so it fitted under the body with no issues, and gives a nice smooth performance when the loco's moving on the layout. Again, very quiet, but this model was always quiet, even though it's an older model produced before DCC was around. There was no socket in it. As I said, I had to hardwire the decoder onto the engine. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little video. As always, appreciate any comments you have, and see you next time. Bye for now.